Good, man.
Y'all got a tune y'all want to sing? I might have a tune. Y'all want to sing a tune? Let me slide up. Turn me up in the mic, inhibit.
Turn me in the mic, inhibit.
Yeah. So,
welcome back to the DipdNWhipd Podcast with your host
Destiny from the You're Done Podcast.
From the You're Done Podcast.
Your hostess with the mostest. Nah, for real though. Yeah, nah, for real though. Welcome to another episode of the DipdNWhipd Podcast. I am your host, Hoff with the Sauce, and my dog.
It's your boy, Treble Clef Health, Young Hefe in the building, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Ski. And yeah, we got a good episode today. You know, we back in the saddle, back in the booth, back in the stew. And we gonna do what it do.
I was just about to say that.
We'll make it do what it do.
Yeah, we can start off with some icebreakers as we usually do. Today, you know, we're gonna kind of judge it up a little bit, add another segment into this podcast as we continue to grow. But we're gonna start off with the original icebreaker today. You have any icebreakers, or you want to just? Okay, so icebreaker for today. Let's see. We're gonna do two.
I'm gonna say,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's your top 3 places you want to visit?
Ooh, visit. For me, number 1, Japan.
Japan. I know a lot of people that went to Japan.
2, Africa.
What city in Africa?
Probably Cape Town.
What town? That's South Africa, ain't it?
Yeah. Cape Town, maybe Nigeria or Ghana. I want to, like, they be living good out there. You know what I mean? So
South Africa smooth.
Yeah. And then 3, which this is more, I'm not going to say this is more realistic, but this is more of like a soon to be type deal. But Bali. This is very like spiritual and serene and relaxing.
Indonesia.
Yeah. It's relaxing out there. So Bali. What about you?
I want to go to Egypt. That's number 1.
Okay.
You know that the Cairo. I want to go to Cairo. Number 2, the Maldives and French Maldives.
Okay.
That's down by like India, at the bottom of India. Number 3, probably Switzerland.
Okay.
Somewhere I want to go. Yeah.
Switzerland. Why Switzerland?
It's beautiful, I heard. So you don't know him. His name is Rico. He coached basketball at Bethany. He played overseas, and his baby mama or his girlfriend is from Switzerland. Okay. And so he used to go there when he played overseas basketball. He always said it's beautiful, and he told me a bunch of pictures and all that, and I saw some too. But it's supposedly it's like really, really green and mountainous. So it kind of like it reminds me of the southeast side of Oahu, Hawaii, when y'all remember the big wall of mountains I took y'all to see. Yeah, that's kind of how like the whole thing is, but it's just more mountainous because it's more land space.
More land, okay.
But it's beautiful though, I heard. So I want to go to those 3 places.
Okay, what about you, Desto?
I don't even know why I asked that, because I am not good at geography. I don't know.
She said I done started it.
I got a toilet.
So one of my biggest places I wanted to go was Greece.
Okay.
I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Japan too, but I also want to go to the Maldives, and I want.
You want to go everywhere. You want to go everywhere
else. But like more like like you said, something that's a little bit more attainable, I guess. I'm gonna go to Jamaica.
Okay. Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
That ain't bad
and
at all.
Aruba.
Yeah. Aruba.
And everywhere else. I just want to go.
We trying to travel the world,
Caribbean.
y'all. We want to be all around the world.
That's my kind of outside right there.
Is there a difference between the Caribbean and the Caribbean?
It's the same thing. It's just how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's just how you pronounce it. It's the same situation. Number 2, let's do another icebreaker, and then we can get into the topic. Let's see. If there was a dream occupation for you to do, what would that be? If you weren't doing what you're doing now,
and you don't have to worry about pay.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about like going to school and all the prerequisites to get to that. What would be that dream occupation?
I like to be a mechanic.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
I see that for sure.
That's number 1. Because everything else, I'd like coaching, that'd be cool. But being a mechanic and just learning how to work on cars, that would be fun.
Because you was one of the first people who like would talk about cars religiously, and I would have no idea. Now I know what you're talking about because I work on them, but I would have no idea what you would be talking about.
I love cars, bro.
You go next because I don't know.
Mine would be, I mean, this encompasses what we're doing now, but like mine would be more like either an actor or a stylist for the most part, like just the mainstay of styling celebrities and stuff, or being a household name in acting.
Yeah,
You got it on him. You got it on.
Appreciate
today,
it, my
boy.
dog. Appreciate it.
Every day.
I feel like for me it's hard because I'm the type of person that don't want to just do one thing. So I don't know. Like the podcast stuff is cool. Like I wouldn't mind doing that. So if I want to stay in that same like vicinity, I guess, of like because the way the podcast is like I'm speaking of growth and stuff like that. So I think like I want to be a counselor in real life. So something that helps people become a better version of themselves. So anything along those lines. It's nothing like specific where it's like, oh, that specifically I want to do. Because it might change tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. But as long as it's tailored around
helping someone.
Yeah, that
makes sense. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that makes perfect sense, and it's a nice segue to go into the topic that we are talking about today.
Which is the
not which one we doing
why
again.
do we so the topic of the day would be why do we chase people and or things that don't want us.
So it has to be something that don't want us or something that's just simply not good for us.
Both. Yeah.
Oh.
So like that can be people chasing
I feel like it depends on the phase in your life, the season in your life that you're in. So I think that plays a big part in what you go after in your life. Because there's been a time in my life where I wasn't as spiritually sound or as confident in myself. So I was going after things that wasn't the best thing for me, if that makes sense. So I just feel like it's wherever you are in your life, those like the things that you have within yourself, those are things that you're going to attract. And those are the things that are going to attract to you. So I don't know.
So basically,
because I don't like bad stuff on purpose, anyway.
Yeah, right. I don't think nobody does.
Yeah.
I think we act. I think my younger self. I will only speak for myself. My younger self, even though I was more rational or more mature, still than like my other counterparts, you still sometimes act on out of impulse. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you do certain things out of impulse and not really fully think things through or think about the consequences or the like repercussions that certain decisions or certain actions have. So like saying that, okay, I want to talk to this girl, but you know, she's giving you like tidbits, like crumbs here and there, but as you're taking those crumbs, you're thinking, oh, this could be something or whatever. Let me try to pursue that. But then she's like not talking to you this day and stuff. I think that's like a common thing because you don't necessarily see like the worth in yourself in that point of time because you're so young. I mean, it happens to people our age now too. But I think that's something that encompasses like being, you know, secure in who you are. And having that self-esteem and just being confident, like you said, just being confident in who you are as a person to know, like, these things or this person is either not a benefit to me or, like, if it's just like a wash, it's just a wash. I'm not taking an L for it. Yeah. And I can just let that go. But, like, in your younger days or my younger days, there was certain things just be like, well, damn, if I take this L, that's an L on me. When it really wasn't. You know what I mean? So
do you feel like those moments like where you taking those L's, and this goes for Destiny too?
Speak up, babe.
So do you feel like in those moments like like that builds your confidence to become or X out of things that no longer serve you so you can no longer chase the things that don't chase you back? You know what I'm saying? So you like, where do you feel like that's the line? Like, okay, now that I realize that this person doesn't want me or this girl is giving me tidbits, and where do you feel like the line is drawn, and where do you build that confidence to go from there so that's no longer the case? And so now you no longer have to chase
I feel
things.
like that just
people
comes
don't want
with
you.
growth as a person. Like, I feel like it's different for everybody because
Yeah.
it came a point in my life where I was like, okay, this is ghetto. I'm not getting nothing good out of this. I don't want to do this no more. And it's like a cycle. Once you have to get tired of that for yourself.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't want these type of people in my life. I don't want these type of things in my life. You have to want it for yourself, because if not, you'll consistently chase the wrong thing. So if I'm like, oh yeah, where I'm at, this is good enough. It's like, then okay, that's what it's gonna be.
Right.
You can't say, oh, I want all the great things in the world, but I'm doing nothing to attain the great things in the world.
Me,
And that's just from personal experience.
for me, it's the same. Like she said, personal growth.
Yeah.
I think with anything in life, you have to take certain L's. You have to take bumps and bruises and go through adversity to grow. So taking those specific L's and understanding, like, okay, I don't want this for myself again. I don't want to feel like this again, because sometimes you'll go through shit and you like, damn, this shit does not feel good. And I don't want to feel like this ever again. So you make the necessary adjustments, or at least make the necessary evaluations in yourself to say, okay, these are the things that I don't want, and these are the things that I do want. And if I see these things that are considered quote unquote red flags, then I shouldn't pursue, or I shouldn't go and try to be involved in something that presents those red flags, if that makes sense.
I also say, if you tie in the last episode that we did together of like being in this specific box and not going outside the box to like be exposed to different or better things, I feel like that can play a lot into it too. So like, for instance, when I've spoken on being in a environment or being surrounded by certain people who was okay with that. So like, the company you keep can go along with that as well. If I'm around people who okay with the bare minimum, okay, that may not be the bare minimum for them, but for me it is. I had to literally, like, it comes more with this changing who you are within yourself. Like, you have to also change your surroundings.
Right, absolutely. Because I think for a big thing for me is not only changing your surroundings, but changing the people that you surround yourself with. Like some people that you meet in a certain time or period of your life, you're not going to be able to take with you into the next chapter or next period of your life. So having that discernment or that wherewithal to say, these people are only for this moment, only for this time. And in order for me to grow, I have to let them go, or I have to shed them. And I have to continue to move forward and progress, because some people aren't meant to progress with you. Some people are meant to teach you lessons or be a lesson, and then you learn from those things and then just progress from that.
But I feel like we also still, like, with the, grow, be a better person, I hope that's what we're all doing. But I feel like we're also not answering the question. So there, like we said, there were times in our lives where we went after the bad stuff. What was it that made you feel like, okay, maybe then you didn't look at it as bad, but what was it that you were going through, or whatever the case may be, that made you want that anyways? You knew, even if you knew it was bad or if it wasn't bad, why did you want it still?
Because you wanted it.
Why?
That it was a sense of like, if I want it, I gotta have it. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that can't nobody tell me nothing.
Have you ever experienced somebody who wanted something? They didn't even want it because they wanted it. They just wanted it because they didn't want you to have it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So sometimes people do that. Like, you know what? I really don't even want that nigga, but since that nigga, she got him, what is it about him that makes her want him? I got to see what it is.
I got to see,
So, some people do that.
Absolutely. I mean, there's situations not only that, like, happen to where that happened to me, but that happened like because of me, in a sense, you know what I mean? So not gonna be very specific about it, but as far as it happening to me, of course it always involves another person. You know what I mean? So it like in college, used to go through some things because I was chill. I didn't do nothing to like exasperate or be this big ball of energy to make myself be noticeable or gain attention, but it always gravitated to me. People always gravitated to me because I was always who I was. You know what I mean? Now it took me time to get to, but by the time I got to college, I was already who I was going to be, and I knew that, and I was confident in who I was. So for that, for me to be that, and people to gravitate towards me, some people don't like that because they not themselves, or they're playing a facade or playing a character or trying to do too much. And when they see you not doing too much and you're not doing what they doing, but you still getting the results that they that they wish they had, then it's like, man, what this nigga got that I don't? You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not that I have something that you don't. I'm just living in who I am, and you're not. You're trying to be somebody else so you can obtain something that you do not have. Yeah. And so, you have niggas come out the woodworks kind of, trying to throw salt on your name and shit like that. And, you just kind of go through shit like that, but you don't really let it affect you. You just kind of let it roll off your back.
So you kind of like alluded to the fact that people probably chase things or people that they don't want because they're not solely confident in themselves.
I think seeking validation from others is why we do that, because I can say I did that because I wanted to know in myself that I was a good looking dude, or I was a dude who can pull, or I would, because
if I can get that one thing, then that must mean
I got it. You know what I mean? Because you hang out with your friends in high school and middle school and stuff like that, and you hear all these stories about, at the time, some of your friends are sexually active when you're not, and you're like, well, these niggas is getting all this, so if I get that, but not the same person, but if I get somebody that they want, you know what I mean, or if I get someone who's of that caliber that we see at the time being in high school or whatever, it's like, then I got the same shit, you know what I mean? If not, I got it.
But
more.
then that also comes with doing something that you may be bad.
Exactly.
So like, okay, they getting all the girls because they all have. That's what they do. They all have having sex, doing drugs, whatever. But if you want to obtain the things that they have, you have to then do the things that they're doing to get it.
Absolutely. So you have to then, kind of.
So it's not even necessarily that you want the bad things. You just got to do the bad things to get what you
want, or what you think that you want. You know. So
don't do the bad things, y'all. But
stay away from the bad things.
Don't do the bad things.
And that girl, it ain't worth it. I promise.
Never.
That nigga ain't worth it.
I think too, a lot of people probably chase like things and people that they don't want because they're not okay with making their life like a new normal. Like if people are so stuck on like, oh, I've been with this person for 3 years. This is all I know. Whoop-de-whoop. No, that's not all you know. That's all you limit yourself to know.
Absolutely.
So when you actually meet people who are, better in some aspect from being a woman to being a man, so it's universal. If you meet somebody that's better in some aspect and they force you to improve and you're not okay with, learning that new normal or keep growing and prospering, you're just gonna, forever be comfortable or as we repeat again and say chasing things that don't serve you or chasing people who don't want you. And then you just become, that kick that can kill your confidence, especially as a guy. You can keep chasing these women that probably not your caliber or know people that don't want you, because I guarantee you get the most love from people and women and men that want you versus people who don't want you, because then they just see you as disposable, or that you're going to keep stringing along, or that you're going to keep, you're going to keep texting me because I know I can keep you on this hook. And just like she said, some women don't even really want you; they just want to keep you on the hook, or just to get you, just to say, oh, that's all the toy that you was playing with. This toy only got 5 functions. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want you, so now you're disposable. But once you're able, as you said, to discern, what's for you and what's not for you, then maybe you can let go of those things and people that don't serve you, because now it's almost disrespectful to yourself. And when you really think about it, that you allowed somebody to not only play with your value, but your time, you know what I'm saying, your energy, you know what I'm saying? So,
or what about even outside of a man or a woman? Let's say, and I don't know, I also ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, because people out here do it, but it's like you see a lifestyle that somebody else may have, and let's say, okay, I didn't go to college, I wasn't able to get the job that I may have wanted to make the money I want to make, so I have to go and do other things to get to where I don't even want to say it's where you want to be, because you literally have to see somebody else have it to be like, I want it because they got it, or they make it look cool, but not knowing what they did to get it. Yeah. So like, even like if I use the example, hey, watch your toes, but I'm just saying of like, let's say a girl who may have morals, right? She may have good things going for herself, but she just gotta have more. Whatever she got just ain't enough. So let's say, okay, you know what? F it, I'm gonna go to this strip club real quick, and I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. So then that leads to more. You're now exposing yourself to even more bad things when you weren't supposed to be there in the first place. So if you stick to the status quo, and whatever is for you, well, that's for you. Why do I have to go to the ends of the world to do what things that I don't even want to do to obtain something that somebody else has? That's because that's for them.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people don't even like understand that being successful sometimes requires you to be busy, and it can be boring and mundane, because everything, like, so is what she said, right? You want to make fast money, but now you're opening yourself up to a strip club and you're inviting other things. So there's people don't go to strip clubs for good reasons. They go to there to see what they want to see and be exposed to vices almost, right? So a lot of people don't understand that it's once again, like, it's some of the things that you chase can be boring. So even if people probably want to self-improve in some type of way, they don't understand that it comes a time where you're going to have to not drink. You can't smoke if you want this job. You can't be around. You can't have a successful woman and do unsuccessful things. Like, I can't be smoking, drinking, just drunk all the time or doing things that don't serve me. But for somebody that don't want you or don't care about you, they're cool with those things.
But people will also justify it, though.
Absolutely.
Or find ways to go around it. Like the drug test. Oh, baby, I'm just going to go get somebody else. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I want the good things, but I'm still going to, I got to find a way to do both.
You know what? I guess it's kind of on topic, but off topic in the same sense. This is what I believe, right? As of late, right? In the recent generation or the recent years that we're now living in, is that there's a lack of like shame, and there's a lack of like accountability, and everybody want to be everybody's friend and don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So now these bad things are
Not me though.
Not me.
Absolutely. So now these things that you see other people have, and you're chasing those things, and you're like, damn. But you're successful in your own right, but you see somebody have what you deem to be more than you, right? And now you're looking to say, well, if I go do this or go to the strip club or go, sell drugs and stuff like that, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing, because everybody else doing it. These rappers doing it, whatever, whatnot. Ain't nobody gonna hold me accountable. So why should I hold myself accountable?
Right.
And I think that's missing right now, because it's like the integrity is missing, because you have to have that within yourself before anything else. Because you go chase $1, you'll lose your soul. You know what I mean? If you chase what you love, the dollars will follow. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a separation between the two, because a lot of people is thinking that these dollars is going to make them happy. And then come to find out at the end of that dollar is not only you losing your soul, but you're open up to these other things. And then you're more unhappy than what you were before you even went to do these things to gain that
Which
dollar.
is why it's so important that you have, I don't want to say, like, you believe in something greater than the things that you see or the things that are around you. Believe, and I don't want to make it a spiritual thing, but you have to have something that cannot so easily be taken from you. So let's say my main focus is I want to have the nicest car in the world. Okay, what if somebody come and crash that car and now it's gone? It's gone. Now what? Now what do you have to live for if in that case? So you have to have something greater than materialistic things, having the finest girl in the world, but whatever the case may be for you. It has to be greater, one, than the things around you, but also greater than yourself. Because you can lose yourself, and then what?
Gone.
You're done.
You're done.
So
go watch the You're Done podcast.
Exactly. Tune in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess that's that is the issue. Or I mean, that's why we go through shit. You know what I mean? We go through shit to grow. But without those things and without realizing that, okay, I'm worth much more than this person I'm chasing, because they don't see the value in me.
Yeah.
But I'm worth much more than what they see. You know what I mean?
But it's also very important that even like I go through these phases of, I may be around these bad people, I may be surrounded by these bad, whatever the case may be, but it's like, either I'm going to be stuck here or I'm going to do something to get out of it.
Right.
And like, I can, like, for instance, I've been in a phase in my life where it was like, okay, Destiny, like, I'll go from one thing and I'm like, okay, that was bad, I'm gonna try something different, but some way, somehow, I'm still, it's like the same stuff within a different person. It's like I'm still like finding the same stuff I'm running away from within somebody else, or then in another situation, whatever the case may be. And it's like, so then I had to be like, all right, bro, I must be the problem, because wherever I go, I'm running into the same problem. So it's not always the stuff that you consume or the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Sometimes it's you. And until you realize that you are the problem, you're going to continue to chase or attract things that are bad for you.
It's that saying, like, when people say, like, if you don't fix what's in yourself, you end up dating or dealing with people with different names. Yeah. So, like, whoever broke your heart before, if you don't fix what probably was wrong with you in the beginning, you're just gonna be dating the same women.
Yeah, it's a cycle
with the same,
absolutely,
with different names, same.
Because you don't know any different than what you've been doing.
Exactly.
And if you're not willing to put in the work to grow and to change, then you're thinking, it's almost like what they say insanity is. It's like doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. When you're not putting in the work to change or to at least see what those things are in you that are flaws, and then say, okay, these are the things that I need to change about myself so I can attract the right people, or so I can attract the right things into my life.
Even from like when people like men, for instance, I can speak from a man's point. Like, I don't get why, like, guys, and we all been there before, so I ain't gonna sit here and act like it's like I'm just the pivotal person, but I'm saying that to say, like, why do people? I really don't understand. And now that I'm older, you know, when you get a partner that loves you and likes you and is everything that you ask and pray for, and some men would rather go chase these women that don't got nothing to offer you, gonna run your wallet through and through. You know what I'm saying?
That great woman's gonna cause you to change yourself if they don't want to change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When somebody, like, when you really meet somebody that's for you, or from a friend to a girlfriend to a boyfriend, a husband, wife, friend or foe, whatever, they will force you to go out your comfort zone to better yourself. And I don't understand why people will constantly chase things that don't serve them, or people that don't really want you, because then it's like, somebody really saw your value, they wouldn't even, it's a person in this world right now that will look at you and be like, think you the whole world, and then some. You know what I'm saying? Because, and you rather go chase somebody who you think wants you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we all live on the concept of intention. Like, if you want something, then you're going to intentionally going to do it. Just like we all showed up here, put on these clothes, and came up with whatever we came up with, put on the earrings. That was intentional. Meaning that you did that because you wanted that to happen. So I'm a firm believer that if people wanted you, they would show you that they wanted.
Absolutely.
It's no in between.
In regards to a man chasing or a woman chasing somebody that's quote unquote, let's say it's like the woman don't have so much self-esteem, it's easier to keep them. Like, that's what I'm saying. People find the easy way out, rather than being like, okay, I want greater for myself, so I'm going to go back to school to get a better job. Oh, I'll just go be a bottle girl, or I'll go be a stripper because I can get it right now. And sometimes it comes with that instant satisfaction, or, you know, that I can have it right now if I just do X, Y, and Z. But that, like we said, they all come with something.
And a lot of, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
A lot of stuff that, like, our generation is brought up on, and I always say this, and her and I have talked about this, is like everything now is just instant gratification. Like, from the reels you look at to your bank account, everything you want it now, done. A lot of people really can't even sit and ponder and watch something that's probably 20 seconds because your brain is so used to just getting the quick reel, the quick TikTok, whatever. So just like she said, it's like you end up wanting to be with these people who are going to give you the things you want right now. And And there's even like to a point now when you think about it, like there's really not a sense of longevity no more. Like back then, people used to be together for 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
People be married at
They be
7,
like, what happened
18
to what's
years
the
old.
name? Hey man,
Hey, bro,
this the new what's the name? They got a
Facts.
new one already.
Something that I noticed, right, and like looking at it is like when you see certain celebrities and people idolize these celebrities that's in Hollywood.
I'm sorry. Why the hell y'all talking like we at in the dark room? Y'all the quiet storm. Why the hell y'all
Come
so
on,
chill
man.
today? I
Come
don't
on,
understand.
Come on, man. It's
Y'all
just the
both just-
vibe
I
today.
know, just saying.
You get dipped and whipped,
Sunday.
man. You get dipped and
chilling.
whipped. We don't need to yell at
God's
you for
presence
Y'all
is
do
among
okay.
us.
Y'all ain't gotta yell, but
You
come
ain't
on
gotta
now.
yell. Hey man, you gotta hear me
nah.
talking, but you gotta let me in.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Try cool ass.
when
You know, you feel me? Ain't gotta yell. Real P ain't gotta
you
yell.
know,
out.
you get
Okay.
a point
Yeah.
across with
They
just a
gonna
couple.
hear it.
You know, the
You feel
me?
octave
Yeah,
ain't gotta
but
go
speak
too
up,
high.
though.
We'll say it what we'll
You know what I
say.
mean? Octave ain't gotta go too high today. We chilling, we chillaxing.
Hey, you
Nah,
tune
but,
in live. DipdNWhipd Podcast, baby.
The point I was making was
Shut up.
you heard it here
that
first.
with like celebrities and a lot of these people, a lot of these grown people, which I find a little bit childish nowadays, is a lot of these grown people idolize these celebrities, right? And then you see them get in relationships and you see them get married, but they get married and treat it as if it's boyfriend and girlfriend because the next day they're divorced. And then they do it with 3 different other people. And it's like, well, what is the purpose if you're going to continue to do this and make this a cycle? And I feel like with that, like the instant gratification, is like if it doesn't feel good right now, if it feels uncomfortable, or if it's just stagnant, oh, I'm unhappy. You see what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yes.
well, you have to understand that you have to go through adversity to progress in whether it's in life, whether it's in your relationships, to get to the other side of what being happy is. And it's like, I don't think a lot of people understand, like, once I'm unhappy in this moment doesn't mean I'm unhappy with
My life
or with this relationship. I'm
Yeah.
just unhappy in this moment. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It's uncomfortable. And I don't like how I'm feeling right now. But at the same time, it's like, is this worth losing all this work that we put in
Right.
to get here than to say, okay, you know what? This is how I feel. I'm unhappy, but at the same time, this is a person I want to be with, or this is the thing that I want to do. So I have to continue to push forward and push through. That way I can make it out to the other side and be able to grow and be able to progress, whether it's in life, career, relationship, or whatever it is. And I think that instant gratification negates all that, because the moment we feel, not we, but like as far as society, the moment we feel a sense of I'm not happy, then it's like,
Everything
that's
sucks.
a wrap. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a wrap. It's
And people always think that the grass is greener
On the other side.
I promise you.
ain't no grass over there.
But sometimes
And-
they're not
and-
even filling those voids with, like, the question was, why do you chase bad things or people? Sometimes you're not even filling those voids with bad things. But like you said, in the moment, it's like, this is what's going to make me feel better. But like the instant gratification thing, it's like, that's going to make you feel better right now.
Yep.
Right.
Like now you just have all these small little minute things that make you feel better, but really the bigger picture, you are still so unhappy, bro. You're
Yep.
going to continue to chase these little small things to try to make yourself feel better, when really it's like I said, once you look within yourself and be like, what is it that I really want for myself? It's nothing that you could do for that instant gratification to be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it was. That made me feel so much better. I just needed a new chain. I just needed a new, bro. The girl was bad, so let me go get a new one. No,
Yeah.
dude. Like now you just got all these bodies, you got all these people knowing all your business. You just got too much going on.
Yeah.
And now you're making yourself go
'Cause
further and further away from what you really want.
And all these things, like she said, the chains, the girls, etc., everything that you add to yourself. At the end of the day, when you take a shower or when you die, the only thing left is your body, your physique, everything that you came into earth with, right? You didn't come to earth with chains on. So all these things, in a way, like she said, can be coping mechanisms or things that you feel like can make you feel adequate. But at the end of the day, you still got to sleep with those thoughts. You still got to sleep with what you did, what happened. You know, you got to wear it. Not only, you can't wear it on your skin. You wearing it mentally. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's why a lot of, no, go ahead.
and people, like, once you understand that, and once you look at material things, as we were just talking about earlier, that they really don't serve you. Like you serve it to an extent, right? But it's like that, like she said, a car can be gone in a car wreck. So now you're like, okay, now it's over with. That's why you got to place your values in yourself. And once those are the most worthless things you can own because they don't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They stuck in with it. And so people, like I said, try to flip the basket and be like, oh, you know, I can go find better anyway. And don't even realize that you got to fix what was in you to find better. Because if not, you're going to keep running into people with the same actions with different names.
Even if you do find better, you're going to ruin it because you're raggedy. You're going to ruin it.
And you know what's crazy
That's
too?
the problem.
And I just thought about this earlier, is that like we kept saying like, oh, people chase people that don't want them. You think about the person that you're chasing don't even want you, and the person that they're chasing probably don't even want them.
Don't want them. It's a cycle.
It's literally like a ladder. It's like a ladder. Cycle. It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? The person you want, they drooling over somebody else, and that person don't even want them. And now they laughing at you at the bottom because they like, well, I can snap my finger and that person can whoop.
We all just out here
chase. That's why we pivot. Chase who want you, player.
Right.
Go ahead, man. The thing is, don't go for the person you like. Don't go for what you like. Go for what likes you back. Go for reciprocation. So if you're putting in some energy, if you're putting in some time, if you're putting in some love, some blood, sweat, and tears, depending on what it is,
hey brother,
make sure it comes back to you tenfold.
Hey brother,
because if it ain't coming back to you, then what you doing, brother?
And it ain't in you.
What you doing, sister?
It ain't on you, baby.
It ain't on you.
It is in you.
It ain't in you either.
Because it's always on me.
You can add to them chains, my boy.
I keep it on me.
I gotta keep it on me.
You can wear them forces as many times as you want, my boy.
No, you actually need to get rid of those. They're a little dusty. Some new ones.
And just like you go get them new forces, get you a new mind of thinking, my boy.
I was finna. Okay, so look, because it keep going. See what I'm saying? Anyways,
this nigga did this last time. Look,
like, oh my gosh,
this nigga about to go on a tangent again.
And I was gonna do a what are you done with question, but I think it's a topic where you can like, so you do the frostbites, right?
Yep.
So like, what? And well, I mean, we have time, but I'm saying, what is something that you feel like you can live by in order to help you stay on track to get to where you're going? Like, what is it? Like, okay, let's say I was doing all these bad things, and I was like, all right, Destiny, we got to switch something up. This ain't working. What we going to do to fix it type thing. So now it's like, what is it that I'm going to go after, or things that I'm going to live by in order to make sure whatever changes that I'm making will be like a consistent thing?
I got a couple. I'm gonna do three. One major one is always make sure that you're being better than you were the day before. Because whether it's, being a little bit faster with certain things, being a little bit better with time management, being a little bit, a little bit more understanding with conversation with your significant other, being just better in different aspects, even if it's just a little bit. Because we're human. We still make mistakes. We still fuck up a little bit. Yeah. So even if you're just being better in certain aspects, even if it's a tiny bit, you're still progressing. Because progression is progression regardless of what it is. As long as you moving your feet and you're moving forward just a little bit, as long as you're not staying in the same place, but you move forward a little bit.
Slow progress is better than no progress.
It's better than none.
Slow boogie.
Two, we've all said this before, is that what is for you is for you. And can't nobody take it from you. Can't nobody, like, the confidence that you build in yourself, whatever it is that the work that you put into yourself to be where you are now, can't nobody take that from you.
Right.
You can lose everything, but can't nobody take who you are from you. So continue to know who you are, be who you are, and be 100% confident in who you are as a person, because can't nobody take that away from you. And then the last one is, there is something bigger than yourself. There's always something bigger than yourself.
That's my favorite one.
So I'm gonna pivot off that.
Regardless whether it be of course, the man upstairs, but whether it be you're striving to do things to better yourself for your relationship,
or your kids,
or just you looking like, I want to do this because I want my family to be able to benefit off of my growth. You know what I mean? So there's always something. There's always a big picture. There's always something that's bigger than us, because we're not in this world by ourselves. We don't ever do things on our own, whether we feel like we're alone, whether we feel like we go through things separately and, you know, individually. We're never alone. We're never on our own. There's always people who has our back or supports us. So,
and that falls back on a quote that I heard. It's called, make sure make sure you know that the how isn't bigger than the why. So how you did it isn't important of why you're doing it.
Right.
So there's a deeper purpose, and it's deeper than the surface of how you did something. People are so focused on like, oh, how you did it. It's like, why did I do it?
yeah.
So like you said, you have kids. The motivation ain't how I'm doing, like why you doing it. It's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for my family. You know what I'm saying? Because people are so focused on like what made you jump. How you jumped. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it was so significant. But they don't ask you why you jumped so hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like when you said that, because that reminded me of that quote that the how isn't as important as the why. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask people, you know, for instance, like me, like, oh, why did you play football? I didn't like playing football every day. I did it because I saw my dad and my parents in the stands.
Yeah.
And that was the why I did it. Because he'll go to work and tell everybody like, oh, my son plays college football.
Yeah.
I didn't, I hated going to practice. I did not I like playing in the game. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
But other than that, to be honest, I knew that I was more competent. So I knew that football, I wasn't trying to go to league. So I was like, I'm just going to, you know, do what my brain takes me to do. Because I know that's more something I can lean on more than my athletic selves. But yeah, I mean, and that's my answer to her question is, you know what I'm saying, just know that your how isn't as important as your why.
Okay.
So what's the purpose behind things is what you should lean on more than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like my answer kind of aligns with what y'all said. I feel like I always speak on personal experiences. So I literally just had to be like, I just wanted better for myself. That's literally all that it was. I was tired of doing the same stuff. Like, okay, it got old real quick. So I had to literally wake up and choose myself every day. Like, no, I cannot go out with y'all. I love y'all so much, but I don't want to go there because I know I'm not strong enough to go into that environment right now. I just started my journey yesterday. Give me some time. You know, I know so I had to choose myself. No, I cannot go do that because I know y'all going to be doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm trying to turn away from those certain things.
And also I cancel with you.
What I do?
It's canceled. All your friends don't.
Boy, I be out. No, I don't.
She can't go no more.
Just to go against what he said, I was gonna lie.
Ain't nothing but hoes and slows out
Right,
there.
but also I was done with outside.
Yeah.
You done with me.
I think you said something.
She can go out, but all that standing on the table.
I think you said something.
Boy, I was standing on the table with you. Anyway.
I think you said something that was profound though, which I think a lot of times we lack to realize is you have to choose yourself. You have to be selfish sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want to be able to give yourself to other people in the sense of like, I want them to know that, you know, I love them and I appreciate them and this and that and I want to do for them and stuff. But sometimes you have to be selfish and choose yourself. Because if you aren't the best version that you are for yourself, you can't be that for nobody else.
Right.
And so you have to choose yourself when it comes to the main overarching topic is like, why do people choose to chase people that don't want them? It's because they have yet to realize, like, if I choose me, if I better myself and I do this, I'm not even going to have to chase anything.
Exactly.
Because it's going to come to me.
Exactly.
You know, and I think whether it be now, whether it be when we were younger, people who's going through this now, it's like, if you choose yourself and see that there's some things I need to work on and you choose to grow and work on those things, the person that you were looking to chasing is not even gonna look appealing or be appetizing to you at that time.
Like, what the hell was I thinking? I was tripping off that.
You're gonna be like, damn, that's what. Like, damn, that's crazy that I even thought that this person was even. You know what I mean? So it's if we choose ourselves more often than not, then we'll be all right.
And that's, to me, like, that's the most dangerous version of yourself.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
like, once you know how to tell people no, and and
My
know
favorite
that
word.
people, you'll see really a lot of people who like you if you start telling their ass no. You know what I'm saying? Because like if my partner, if he told me like, hey bro, I need 3 months, I need to be by myself. Cool. Just hit me if you need me. It's never personal because
Never.
I understand that maybe that me communicating with him might hinder his thought process or whatever he's going through, or the same thing for her. Well, she ain't got a choice, but you know what I'm saying. It's the same. It's the
Y'all
same.
do have choices in this relationship. Don't let this man tell
Nah,
me.
she got a choice.
Just not that. You ain't got no
She got a
choice
choice,
in
but if
that.
she like, hey babe, like I don't want to do this, like you know, for the next couple of weeks we ain't got. Oh, cool. You know what I'm saying? That involves her being a better woman or a better man, another version of herself or himself. Then I will understand that, because I understand that a lot of people that's successful usually can't bring everybody with you. Like you know what I'm saying? You rarely ever hear of a whole family just being successful. It's usually one independent person that brings everybody up. So you know, it's understanding that sometimes separation can build you. You know what I'm saying? So you need that time to be alone and ponder and, you know what I'm saying, cry, cut yourself, not like that literally, but cut yourself a couple times for you to be able to grow and get to where you want to be. Because I did it. Like it's times you just, like before I joined my job, you know what I'm saying, I didn't talk, I cut everybody off. Nobody knew that I was going except the people that needed to know. And when I came back, I just popped out. Everybody go, where you been? And that's the best feeling, is knowing that I can get rid of y'all at my leisure, and I can come back as a new person and you don't even recognize me anymore. Then that allows me to see, okay, do you accept who I am, that I no longer want to go out or that I no longer want to be around you? You know what I'm saying? Or can you accept, you know, what I'm bringing to the table now, or can you allocate to what I'm bringing now? Because I went off by myself and sought some knowledge or sought some game or built emotional intelligence, what we're going to talk about next episode. And, you know what I'm saying, build myself up. So can you accept who I constantly am refining myself to be?
That's what I was going to say too. Because like with me changing myself and choosing myself, it came with a whole lot of changes, right? But like you say, the right people, then I'm like weeding out the people who not for me. Because it could be, oh, what you mean you don't want to come out? You so lame, you this. All right, bro, I hear you. Bye. Because I'm still not coming. But now I know that I'm surrounded by right people. Okay, yeah, I do want to go to the game night. I do want to hang out. Yeah, we could go do whatever. But it's like, oh, so what y'all drinking on? Oh, well, that's Sean. She don't want none of that.
And that's what I love so much about her, is that like she don't get that same, even me, even you too. Like we don't get that same light up buzz when people be like, oh, you want to go out to the club? Like, but if you tell me like, oh, let's go do a Bible study, I'm like, I'm like, oh, better.
So excited.
Yeah, like I'd rather go do something like a game night, like something wholesome to where I don't have to worry about sea monsters trying to talk to my girl when I go to the bathroom.
Not the sea monsters.
You feel me? Or you know what I'm saying? Like those things excite me now, and I have a lot of, and we all in our own ways like cut a lot of fat just by doing stuff that the podcast, for instance, like people don't understand it. They like, oh, like, you know, they always thinking everything that can go wrong, or what makes them, they think they, you know, like just their insecurities, they try to reflect them on you. And it's the same thing as what I was just saying, is like the things that they know of me at that time period are no longer things that I find entertaining. So I don't want to go outside anymore. I don't want, well, I go out sometimes, but but
even when you are there, I'm like
thinking about going home.
No,
we think about it like,
I ain't gonna lie, to being outside is not it, because I love being in the company of people I love.
I can walk around with my socks.
I can't,
and they can be mismatched.
I do not feel
you feel me?
Entirely completely comfortable being in environment with complete strangers, because you don't know what everyone is thinking. You don't know what no one is going through. So being able to do like game nights, which we need to do this month for sure. Being able to do like game nights and like just go and say, hey, y'all trying to go eat, or hey, let's go do like a paint and sip or something like that. Like just something
organic.
Something that's just a vibe.
Peaceful.
We don't have to go.
I don't want to be
to the club being
with the bottle on my head.
Yeah, bundle up and just sitting in the section, just listen to the same music we can listen to on our like it makes no sense. So it's almost like I prefer this because it's more intimate. It's more like these people are going to accept me for who I am. I really don't give a fuck about strangers. You know
Let's go off on another tangent. For them niggas that do go out, why do y'all go out?
Because they want to. And
say, and pass a bunch, especially like some people I used to hang around with. It'll be like a girl pass by. Damn, she bad.
Go talk to it. Like niggas go outside just to go say it 1,000 times. Dang, she bad, bro. She
Nigga be holding up the wall.
Bro, I can get that, but she,
Nigga
bro,
be
I don't know
holding
if she
up
got
the
to like nigga. Yeah, like basically, like at least go out there and be cool or achieve something. I ain't saying you gonna meet the love of your life in the club, my boy. But I'm saying, why do niggas go out and just be like, damn, she tough.
Because
Ooh, she bad.
I think for
Oh Lord, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother
topic.
topic. But anyway,
this is what I think. No, we
Anyway.
gonna
Y'all
say that for
digress.
another
They
day.
digress.
We gonna say that for another day.
let's do the
another
quarter of the
episode.
day, man. Cause
Let's do
y'all ain't got no game.
frostbite of the day. I mean, she already hit us with a good.
I did.
You know,
Shout out to me.
the freezing questions. So we'll do frostbite of the day. As pertaining to this topic, we kind of gave one throughout our responses and throughout how we feel about the topic. I'm gonna go back to it. Always be true to yourself and understand your self-worth, because if you understand the value of yourself and your self-worth, then can't nobody dictate how valuable you are or how much you are worth to them. I mean, they can dictate that to them, but to yourself,
It won't bother you no more.
yeah, like I'm okay. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel, and that's cool. But I know what I'm worth. I know who I am. I value myself, so I will no longer chase these things that aren't for me or that aren't reciprocating the same things.
Yep.
So that's for the most part what I got.
Stay
as far
true
as-
to who you are, and get rid of those people who don't want to see you be better for
There you go.
yourself.
There you
Because
go.
some people,
Let them go.
some
you
people
go.
fall in love with your flowers and not your roots.
Okay, babe,
Come
you
on,
so
come on,
deep.
Hey, come on now. Hey, brother. Hey,
Hey, man, we
brother.
gonna chat. Let's chat.
Hey, brother. Yeah, I like that one.
Hey, people
got a
fall in love with your
freezing
question? I like
flowers
that
and
one.
not your roots.
I like
Wait,
that
was that
one.
my freezing question or was that my? Oh, that was the freezing question.
That was
That
the
was just
freezing
the
question.
frostbite. Oh well,
Yeah.
thank y'all for tuning in to the Dip. Okay.
She ready to show
Hey, man, I hope
today.
y'all got some game today, man. We got Big Desto over there, man, from the You're Done podcast.
Yeah.
Tune
Be done
in.
here at episode 12.
This
13.
is episode 12. Episode 12 of the DipdNWhipd
Episode
podcast.
1 2, man. With your boy Trouble Club Health, Young Hefe, man.
And your dog Hoff
And
with
your
the
boy
sauce.
Hoff with the sauce, man. Hey, remember, man, watch them draws, man. We ain't forgot about that.
Wash your
That's if y'all
drawers.
could hear him. You know,
Watch
if
your
y'all-
draws.
that booty, boy.
Ciao.
And that's it, man. We'll see y'all next episode, man.
Holla.
Go shoot me.